I know it can be frustrating today getting in the self-storage business. I'm experiencing it myself. We've sold a lot of our projects off because the prices are so high, cap rates are so low. So the challenges you're experiencing as you look at all these crazy packages being put out there on existing facilities, I'm experiencing it too. But yet, there are still opportunities out there. The people I'm working with and ourselves are doing it every day. We'll talk about that. You don't have to put your dreams on hold to get in the self-storage business, even with the crazy pricing going on today. My name's Mark Helm. I'm the author of Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, and I'm the creator of the Self-Storage Quick Start Academy, which is housing the virtual boot camp, the last live virtual event I'm going to do this year, October 8th and 9th. I'll talk more about that later. But what I do is I support the small investor who wants to get in or grow their self-storage business, do so in a way that creates true wealth and a fulfilling career. And it's crazy out there. 3 caps, 5 caps, 4 caps. What's a small investor to do? Well, here's the reality, and very often I tend to forget this, but there are always challenges. Always are challenges, no matter where you are in the real estate cycle. Today's challenges just happen to be different than yesterday's challenges. I've never seen a 3.9 cap rate, but I remember back in 2007, 2008, when I was getting back in the self-storage business, I remember learning a phrase I'd never heard of before. And the phrase was, the funds for your financing are gone. That was a new challenge for me. Not to mention investor money being pulled because investors are scared, not knowing what's going on in the recession or the upcoming recession. Challenges, different than a 4 cap, but still challenges. So what do? Well, we adapt. How? Well, in 2007, 2008, 2009, instead of conduit lending, we went to small banks. We guaranteed the loans. When investors pulled their money, I looked for money in other places. I didn't have the cash. I remember getting back into business, what I had to do was I found a empty industrial building that was free and clear, where the seller was motivated because he had an empty building, and I went to him and said, I will give you X% ownership in this storage deal and you exchange your building to me. And he looked at my numbers, which were a heck of a lot better than what he was getting on that vacant building, and he said, okay, I'll do that. And then I took title to his building, refinanced it, and that was the down payment in the deal. So so no matter what's going on in the marketplace, there are strategies and techniques that you can deploy that will compensate for whatever it is that you're dealing with. The thing is, you've just got to get outside. You got to think creatively, and you've got to get outside your comfort zone. What I discovered is most of us are just mentally lazy. We would rather, it's very easy to get sucked into all of the negative talk and all of the frustration of the 3.5 caps, 4.5 caps, 5 cap properties, and just think, well, now's not the time. Or you can design creative strategies that will allow you to compensate for whatever the market's throwing at you. And believe me, no matter where we are in the real estate cycle or the self-storage cycle, there will always be challenges. Who was it that said, don't judge by appearances? Not judging by appearances takes mental willpower. My training tells me that's the best use of willpower that there is. Now, I believe that 80% of our success is a function of our mental attitude and our mental framework, and 20% is actually the strategies that we use. So what do we do as small investors who want to get in the self-storage business today as we're in the environment in the land of 4 caps and 5 caps? Well, we deploy different and new strategies. That's what the self-storage boot camp's about. But whether you're in the boot camp or not, just know that you can get in the self-storage business if you begin to expand your thinking and deploy different strategies than you would have used a year, 3 years, 5 years ago, or that maybe you've used to get into other sectors of the real estate industry. What we're doing today is we're looking for very specific type products in very specific type submarkets. Well, isn't that difficult? Well, yes, but they're there, and we're doing deals, and the people I work with are doing deals. It beats giving up. It's a lot more difficult to be sitting at home having given up on doing something you want to do than it is being out there actually making stuff happen. To me, I find that more difficult, more challenging. Here's the thing, if you've had a dream or a goal to get in the self-storage business, you don't have to give up on it. You have to be smart, you have to deploy some very specific type strategies, but you don't have to give up on it. That's what the boot camp is about. So whether you're in our boot camp or not, just don't give up on getting in the self-storage business. If you would like to learn what we're doing and the people I'm working with are doing to get in the self-storage business, explore in the link below what's included in the virtual upcoming self-storage boot camp October 8th and 9th. This is the last one I'm going to do this year. And see if that will support you on fulfilling what you're up to. It isn't for everybody, but it might be for you. I'm getting into more self-storage I'm doing self-storage projects this year that we have on strategies that we've deployed that I will cover in the boot camp. Other people will be talking in the boot camp who have deployed the same strategies who were in previous boot camps, where you can see what they're doing. It won't just be all me. Lucky you. There are solutions to anything life can throw at you. Learn what some of the solutions we're using for getting in or growing our self-storage business are. Either way, don't give up on whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are in life and in this year. Thank you very much. My name's Mark Hallam. I'm the author of Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, and I'm the creator of the virtual self-storage boot camp. See you next week.